Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is an E50M. It's a tier 10 German medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Overlord and it's under the commands of Captain Ashstorm. Now this tank is like the E50 but slightly different. In this case the transmission has been moved from the front to the rear. And why did they do that? Well, originally when they started building the E50, that's where they wanted to put the transmission to make it less susceptible to engine fires and to also put more armour up front. But because they were using the standard transmission that came with the Tiger II and the other tanks in the series, well, I'm afraid it meant that they had to use the transmission at the front with the E50, but with the Ausf M, they actually put it at the rear at last. And it also meant that they could make several other changes, such as putting extra armour on the front of the turret, which is one of the vulnerable spots for E50s. Well, some enemy have been spotted. Oh, good shot! Now, that's one of the things about the E50. It's a sniper stroke medium tank. It's very good at getting snapshots off like that on the enemy, because when you point, you shoot. Standard APCR is its standard ammunition, which means it's got good velocity on the shell, 1,500 meters per second. Basically, what you aim at, you hit, so long as he can shake the reticule to get it to work on target. But yes, it's a point and shoot tank, but it also does move reasonably quickly for a medium and has very heavy armor, almost as much armor as you get on some heavy tanks. Trying to get a solution on that 430U. Not happening at the moment. He's obviously hiding behind the houses. And although he's been hit, I think he's been hit from a different direction. T28 only close to the top, but that's all he needs. So it's part of the Entwicklung series. And he gets a nice shot into the E75. The E50 was supposed to be the replacement for the Panther and the Tiger I, but it never got it put into production. Like many of the other E-series tanks, it just wasn't followed through. Now they were supposed to build simpler, cheaper and more efficient tanks, but the Entwicklung series also had its own drawbacks, because what they were trying to do wasn't making them steps above the Allied tanks, making them better than the Allied tanks. What it was just trying to do was trying to make them easier to build than the Allied tanks. The Allied tanks still had the innovations which the Entwicklung series in some ways were actually missing, although there were some upgrades to them. Now the one thing, as I said already, it does have pinpoint accuracy, which makes it very, very good at shooting the enemy, but it's also got reasonable speed, 60 kilometers an hour top speed. But it is a very high weight for a tank, 67 tons, and that's hardly a medium tank. In fact, I think you'll find most German tanks that would be counted as a heavy tank, not a medium. And in many ways it does look like the Tiger II, but of course that's where it comes gets its design cues from. But the E75 was supposed to be the replacement for the Tiger II. Trying to get shots on that T30. Yeah, gets one in. T30 was looking somewhere else at the time. He actually was firing at our batch at 25. And he gets another one in and gets the kill. Now one of the poor things about the E50M is, I'm afraid, the DPM. It does have a rather good 105mm gun. We just lost the batch at, but as you can see here, he's desperately trying to reload and get a shot into that guy, and he manages to get escape without actually taking much damage. Yeah, the reload time by the book is 9.2 seconds, but Captain Ashstorm's got it down to 7.56, but it's really a problem when you've got a target to move really quickly like in that book 1. Now, the weight actually is one of the problems when it comes to it being a flexible flanker. It is basically a heavyweight medium tank, you might say, in that it's, although it can act like a medium in some ways, it's more like a fast medium tank in others, and not quite as fast as, say, something like a T-54 to accelerate and get places. And unfortunately we're losing teammates over on the east side of the map, not helped by the fact that the enemy's got an E50M over there as well. So he's decided to cut across the bowl, but then gets distracted by this Object 257, and I think he can take this guy on. He's been spotted by somebody. It might be the E50 behind him, or it might be this guy. Goes to the lower plates, gets it. 437. Now the alpha on this tank is 390. Again, the TPM lets him down. It's a very good 105mm gun. It's just the problem is that it just does not fire fast enough to make it count. It's also a very big tank in many ways, bigger than some heavy tanks in size, and again that makes it more difficult to conceal yourself. Yep. Oh no, fluffed it. That's not like Captain Ashstorm. He doesn't normally fluff things like that. And now, because the guy's gone behind that hill, he's going to have to chase him up. He's looking this way. Gets one into the top of the turret. Collects a high roll 433. Can you get another one in? Going for the front of the turret, and he gets him. Okay, there's still that 257. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's actually a long way around. But there's another E50 somewhere. I'm wondering if he's thinking about that one. Hello. Tries to, oh, get it low. Yep. Well, he gets into the rear of the 257 as he disappears, but he doesn't get a high enough roll to actually make it count. He got a low roll. Scorpion, yeah, puts a round into him, gets an average roll there. Can you get another shot into that Scorpion? Yes. Easy one there. 378 low roll again. The 257's a one shot, the E50's a one shot, 257's gone. The Scorp is still a, well, I may be able to get a high roll and take him out. The Jagdtiger though's a lot more, and he's down the beach, so I don't think we need to worry about him at the moment. There's only 4 enemies left. Discounting the Jagdtiger, it's the Scorpion, Defender and the E50M. We don't know about the Defender, but we do know the E50 and the Scorpion. Oh no, we do know the Defender can be taken out with one shot. Okay, might as well just drive up now, get to these bushes, but he's actually chasing them down. Whoa, that was a solid jump there. Chasing up behind them. Where are they? There's one. Scorpion's gone. Potential high caliber. Now he can finish off the Defender, and it's just the E50 after that. Oh, E50's behind us. He went down to the cliff edge and he's just bounced around off us. There you go, he's gone. Now it's the Defender. Stay behind the rock until you're reloaded. Then pull out and take him out. Yep. And that's 5 kills. There's only one left. It's the Jagdtiger down the beach. And he could take the shortcut down, which is where the E50 is. You can get down in certain places. Not very easy actually to get down without actually killing yourself in the process, but it's the last enemy and the last enemy dies. So I'm afraid that Captain Ashstorm misses out on her last kill, but the game is over and it's a win. Here's the end of battle results, and it was the first class tank for Captain Ashstorm in the E50 Ausf M. He also managed to get his first mark of excellence in that game. as well as a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, and if he got that Jagdpanzer, he would have got a top gun for sure as well. Jagdtiger, sorry, not Jagdpanzer. He also got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him in the game, a Fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 9, and on top of all that, he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. His win rate in the game was 7,562, which is Super Unicum standard. If we look at team score, we can see he has 5,844 hit points of damage. The enemy E50M got 4,625, which kind of says that this is rather an OP tank at tier 10. It's very good. If the player knows how to handle it, it is very good. The next highest scorer was the 705 on the enemy team, 3,568 hit points, and we know that the Object 705A is very difficult to bring down, so it's very surprising that he got that much damage, but he got no kills, that guy. Anyway, when it came to kills, it was Captain Ashstorm again who got 5 kills. 3 kills went to the Object 430 on his own team, and 2 kills went to the CS59, the Object 257 and the CS52 lists on the enemy team. The lists also got a Levisleus medal. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in that one as well, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,158, not enough for an ace tanker. Still very good though. 958 went to the Object 430, 921 went to the CS59. He fired 23 rounds in that game, 18 direct hits and 17 penetrations, damage of 5,844 hit points, of which 1,988 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits, 2 of them were penetrations, 2 non-penetrations. The armor on the E50M is actually quite strong, and if you don't hit it in the right angle or right place, the shells will either ricochet off or they just won't pen. So I can understand the 2 penetrations, being as who they actually came from at the time, but the 2 non-penetrations, well, again, that was the armor and the angle at which the enemy fired. 830 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 976 hit points of damage assistance. Well, I think that's spotting assist in this one. On a premium count, he earned 78,165 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, and consumables, he took away 17,391 credits profit. And that's after using premium consumables on 1 and also using some APCR or some premium rounds during the game. 7 bonds because it was a tier 10 battle, 1,737 XP, 3,474 for completing a mission, and 5,211 altogether. So his first MOE in the E50 Ausf M. It's a really good tank to get to, although as I said, it's a bit sluggish when it starts moving, because it just takes a lot of horsepower. It's got 1,200 horsepower, but it's a heavyweight tank. It's basically more like a heavy tank that's pretending to be a medium tank. But it does have a very good gun, very good hitting power, except for the problem about the DPM. Yes, that is the major problem with this tank. It just does not fire as fast as you'd like it to, but when it does fire, it fires fairly accurately. You just point at the enemy and it hits. So I hope you enjoyed that game with Captain Ashstorm. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.